Hi guys, it's Kristjan from Base Properties here, and just really want to talk to you about our top 3 picks for buy-to-let properties on Zoopla this week. So in our first category up to 500,000, I spotted this studio apartment. It's been listed by Foxtons in Bethnal Green for just 250,000. Now, it's not often you get the opportunity to buy a property anywhere in London for that sort of price. Admittedly, small. Floor plan shows that the property is just 276 square foot, but a good thing for studios is the kitchen is separate to the living area. Some studios, that room is all open plan. This has a separate kitchen, bathroom, and then you've got your sort of living room, so to speak, which is great. Now, there are no internal photos, which suggests that this property is going to probably need a full refurb inside. But hey, what do you expect for 250k? But otherwise, a pretty classic sort of mid-century ex-LA building. The location's great because it's a short walk or bus ride into Shoreditch or the city. You've also got the likes of Columbia Road, Broadway Market, the canal, the local parks, all on your nearby doorstep. I would think a studio in here done up half decent, you should be looking at an easy 1,300 per month. So a really good return on investment there. And yeah, like I said, how often do you get to get your hands on a London flat for 250k these days? So I think that's an absolute bargain. Obviously, things to look out for. I can't see any lease details on here. So you want to be making sure that there's a decent lease left on the property, and just check whether there are any major works on the building. I can see scaffolding on here, so just keep an eye out for things like that. But otherwise, get on the phone to Foxtons now and get booking viewings or making offers on that property, I think. So we're going to hop across, and we're now looking at our sort of 500k to 750k bracket. And this property with Acorn in SE1 really caught my eye. On the market at 550,000. It's over 800 square foot, 2-bed property, and as has probably been given away by this photo, it's in a converted church. So some really nice character features like that sort of domed arch. The property looks immaculate. Looks like it's got a really decent kitchen, beautiful church building that it's located in. You know, some really nice character period features scattered through the property. But yeah, I mean, this looks pretty much ready to go. Decent sizes, little utility room. And SE1's become so popular. You know, you're close to central London and all that has to offer, but for a fraction of the price for just being a little distance down the road. This one's located sort of pretty much right in the heart of Bermondsey. Nearest station would be South Bermondsey Overground. But yeah, this looks like a bit of a bargain to me, if I'm honest, for over 800 square foot. So again, look out for things like what is the lease left on it, what are the service charges and ground rent. Service charges on a character building like that, buildings insurance premiums are up. So just keep an eye out on things like that. But really, otherwise, that looks like a really good option. I would expect that to easily rent for 2,100 a month if marketed well. But you could tweak that up. I wouldn't be surprised to see that go for 2,300, 2,400 if marketed and furnished right at the right time of year. And last but not least, so in our 750k to £1 million bracket, is this quite astonishing 4-bed in Marson Place. Marken? I'm never quite sure how to pronounce that. We've had properties there before, but is this vast 4-bed that's come on with KFH or Kinney Folked and Hayward in Marson Place in E8, right by Hackney Downs. So, okay, architecturally, not necessarily an award-winning gem, but 4 proper double bedrooms, at 5 if you forego the dining room on the ground floor, over 1,500 square foot. You've got a private garden and a private roof terrace. According to this, it's got 3 bathrooms. Offers over £1 million. Now, obviously, offers over does leave a lot open to interpretation. But if that goes for around the list price, you're looking at about 650, 660, there-ish pound per square foot, which nowadays in town is really quite astonishing. Right, sandwiched between Hackney Downs and Hackney Central, so everything sort of main Hackney has to offer. Very desirable place to live. Very popular with renters, lots going on your doorstep. And if we scroll through these photos, I mean, look, obviously always hard to tell with the photos how much they've been shopped, but it looks like a nice bright property. Big windows or doors in pretty much all the rooms, lots of light flooding in. It's not a massive garden, but look, decent enough. You've got plenty of garden furniture out there. Looks relatively private as well. And again, jumping to the kitchen, big windows, being what looks like pretty much a detached house. Lots of corner aspects. But yeah, the thing that strikes me, and there's your roof terrace up on the top floor, the thing that strikes me is just the light that seems to hit this property. It's quite spectacular. So yeah, I think that's an absolute steal. And I think in the rental market right now, you should be looking at least £1,000 per month per bedroom for proper double. So whether you go for a 4 or 5 bed, now do bear in mind, if you don't rent that to a family, you will need to get a license. It will fall under the classing of a HMO. So you need to factor that in. But in reality, in London, those costs are not bad. For a 5-year license, I mean, for a property like this, I wouldn't be surprised to see you pay sort of £1,200–1,500 for a license, but spread over 5 years, £300 a year. It's not really impacting your yield at the end of the day. So, yeah, I think for the price, obviously, like I said, it depends how close to that £1 million price tag it goes. But for the size and outlay, it's also got off-street parking, which is really good. So yeah, I mean, I can't really fault this one. Put this in a period property and you'd be looking at over 2 million. Easy. So that's how much of a bargain it is. So 3 great options for you there. An absolute steal at the 250 mark. A nice, good sort of value for money somewhere in the middle around 550. And then really what looks like the bargain of the day actually at £1 million. Don't think I'd ever say that about £1 million property, but get on the case with that, guys, and yeah, get your bids in.